Hey, people. Just curious to see if my notifications are going out because they really haven't been very much lately at all. But I didn't go live this morning. Still not feeling great. But after what came out today, I had to go live. Like, the craziness of this. I mean, I knew this trial was going to be crazy. I knew it was going to be absolutely insane nuts because I've been following that umbrella guy like for what now? I guess maybe a good year and a half since I guess all the audio and he started following it and things like that. But I knew today, I knew it was going to get, I knew Depp did his homework. I knew he wasn't coming to this trial unprepared. So, hey, hippy dippy, I'm still being positive. At least I'm trying to be. Still trying to be. But no, I gotta admit, like this hospital that I'm coming to now, it's really, like I said, it's not in the best neighborhoods. I don't think it's a very big hospital for the area because it's literally like there's never enough beds in this place. The emergency room is like the worst, but the doctors and the nurses are super friendly. So that kind of makes up for all the other BS that you deal with in the hospital. But one of the hardest ones to deal with is dealing with doctors, especially doctors who kind of look down at you all the time. And I don't get that vibe here at all. You could be positive. Thanks, hippy dippy. Hey, Marek, how are you? Just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about the trial today. I'm so mad that I ended up in the hospital because, like, this is what I've been, like, freaking waiting for. Like, I've been, like, so into this story since the audio tapes came out. And it just, for me, I knew this was going to go crazy and sideways, but that it was the person who was up for Johnny Depp, the last person that they brought up, and basically stating that she's seen this behavior from her and that she's basically been diagnosed with 2 different personality disorders. And that was coming from this absolutely beautiful and stunning woman who was their counselor. I think that's what she was, a counselor. She's a doctor who's extremely intelligent and knows her shit and was literally riding circles around ELAINE. ELAINE was in a really bad mood today. Am I wrong? Like, she was like really pissy. And she was really pissy with that girl. I don't know. It was because she knew that she could run circles around her. But good evening, Joy Lang. So good to see you. 5 this morning. Oh, really? Yeah, how this stuff is so crazy. It's so crazy that, like, not even like so if someone ends up with a severed finger, it's a bad marriage, guys. Get out immediately. And just the way that, and see, another thing that pissed me off, and I'm still seeing it, you're going to see it from the Washington Post and the New York Post. They're going to constantly keep being on her sides. But I worked in radio. There was one person I couldn't stand. As time went on, he grew on me. Everybody liked him. Now he annoys me again. Howard Stern. Oh my God. What the hell? He's turned into everything when he was younger that he made fun of. But so he was like bitching about the fact that how Johnny Depp acting on the stand was absolutely atrocious, or whatever the words that he wanted to use. Are you kidding me? Come on. These people know the Hollywood is a very small circle. Very small circle. It's a very small circle that everybody knows each other, because it's, not only do we know who they are, but they know who they are, and they pretty much know each other's personal business. And people are coming out going, like Howard Stern knows, for whatever reason, they're pushing this Amber's got to be right. Or I guess the Me Too movement wouldn't be as successful, because believe all women can't happen. It can't happen, because we are all humans who are capable of lying, manipulating, and doing everything. Just because you have a penis in between your legs doesn't mean you're not capable of being an atrocious person. I mean, that's the truth. Super truth. I know Merrick, he isn't going to change now, but like he's literally done a 180 of what he was as the shock jock. And honest to God, I couldn't stand him then, like in the early 90s. But then when his movie came out, I kind of started liking him and understood, okay, I see why he's got to do this. All right. This is kind of when I realized where people might fake their real lives. Duh. But at any rate, the same doctor was ELAINE. And I'm sure you guys know who ELAINE is. ELAINE is that, I guess, her head attorney, going off about these fucking muffins. What good was that? She had to fight her over muffins because her husband brought her muffins. And yet in there, ELAINE tried to find out, even the girl, her name was Shannon Curie or whatever it was. And even she's like, woman, you can't be this dumb. And she is that dumb. And Mr. Rotten, I keep calling him Rotten Bottom. I don't know why, because that sounds better to me. But Mr. Rottenborn, I mean, they are the worst attorneys ever. They're the worst attorneys. This is, nobody could write and produce such a crazy story like this. Not in Hollywood. They're not that smart. That's why they keep repeating the same shit over and over and over. We'll do Ghostbusters. Instead, we'll do it with females because that's going to make the movie better. No, if you got something like that, leave it alone. Leave the movie alone. Guess what? Most of us females don't want to see them all. We don't want to see that movie, because once you turn it all to the female cast, I don't know, they did with Ocean's 11, that they did Ocean's 8 or whatever it was, and they've turned other things. The only one that I can think of that was so good, but it wasn't a bite off of anything, was Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids was hilarious as a group woman funny movie. But once you try to redo this stuff because of the genders in it, it gets to be frustrating. Because God knows now when we grew up, when we were younger, we were told there were two genders. Now, there's multiple. And I don't think any amount of schooling, I'm going to get the amount of genders right these days. That's for damn sure. They're not. Hey, Pink Lady, look. Good to see you. It's been forever and a day. By the way, if this stuff behind the background music stinks, let me know. I can easily turn it off. It's just something that I've noticed on StreamYards, and I'm like, hey, maybe this might be better. You know what? Yeah, you don't redo Steel Magnolias. My daughter did the play last summer. And of course, as a play for high school kids, yeah, it was great. but you never remake it. And that's where people make their mistakes. See, who was it? Someone did a remake of something. I'm like, actually, that was an interesting take on it. God damn it. I think it might have been the new Ghostbusters. It was. Pink, I've seen better days, Pink. Currently in the hospital. Um, but I've been, doing the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing, and I was live streaming it on my computer, and I only have my phone with me down here, so I can't live stream it. So there's that. I was so pissed about that, like, because I've lost a week and a half. So easily, hopefully I'll be home by Thursday, but I don't know if I'm going to be. I know. The remakes have got to stop. People start getting some ideas of your own and stop remaking like old ones. Like me as being the fuddy-duddy who loves the 90s that I am, the grunge rock, never thought that would like be old music or old time like music or be played on the oldies station. It like rips my heart out. I'm like, am I really that old now? Well, actually, believe it or not, it's not that much that's wrong, Pink. Thankfully, this time around, they thought it was a hernia. It turns out not to be a hernia. Turns out I inflamed the walls of my stomach. They just told me this afternoon, so it's kind of still new. Oop, hold on one second. Sorry. People come in and out. I have to give my name, date of birth. I have to, silently mute. In the 30s and the 50s is old now. I'm just thinking of when I was growing up. And I'm 47, so it's not like I'm spring chicken either. I'm 47 years old. Freaking going through menopause. I'm going through it, man. Going through it. But no, it's interesting because, they'll constantly put these things up like at the distance from how old you were at this age to what was closer when you were a younger kid and stuff. It makes you go, wow, I'm really old. But I'm not that old. Oh my God, I have 3 friends with birthdays today too. I see, Joy Lang. I should have been born in the 60s because I'm such like a hippie. Like I love the style of hippie, always have. I just love, I love everything except, I like being clean. A lot of them didn't shower back in the day, but we're talking about the 60s, but I'm definitely more of a, not a 60s, but I loved all the 60s music that came with that. Like, oh my God, like Time of the Season. That's such a great song. Blow movie basis on true story in Boston. Blow. I didn't get to see that movie. That's not what I've seen. But, and Pink, like I've always been, and all right, call me psychopathic. Maybe I am. I don't know. But when he did Whitey Bulger, like the what was that? Black Mass? Freaking good movie. Johnny Depp was scary as hell in that movie. And just so frightening. Because he just definitely didn't look like himself. Watching the trial much anymore. It's just... Oh, her attorneys are terrible, Pink. They're just like, it doesn't take a genius to realize that they are like literally grasping at nothing. They're grasping at nothing just to hopefully catch something. Because I mean, now that you had it televised, and I mean, thankfully, you have a jury, and these jury are going to be the people who are going to make this decision. It's not a judge who can be bought or bribed and things like that. Like, I'm sorry. I do believe in the UK, there was people working behind the scenes with that. And that came out later. I mean, I follow that umbrella guy. And let me tell you, that guy does his work, especially when it comes to this. And I don't know where he gets his information from, but he has such like good content. And oh my God, he's jumped immensely just during this whole Johnny Depp thing. And I knew that was going to happen for him. But just watching him and listening, and I've been listening to him. I never stopped listening to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff, like never stopped. So that's why I kind of know what's going on. I kind of know where she's lying. Yeah, I believe he was an alcoholic. I believe he was a guy who had some drug issues. I mean, that does not make somebody a violent person. And that's kind of what we're talking about. Like, forget the fact that she lied. We're not talking about what she lied. Well, yeah, she lied on him. She lied on him because she wanted to make herself an activist. That's what she wants to be. There's an audio that came out about how this was going to ruin her reputation. Her reputation. That's all she cared about, was her reputation. She didn't care about Johnny. She didn't care about what she was doing to his family. All she cared about was her reputation in the Hollywood eye. And I think her reputation now in the Hollywood eye is pretty much tarnished. I don't think any man's going to want to go anywhere near her. I'm hoping, I mean, it should be interesting to see when ELAINE takes the stand or Franco takes the stand, whenever that's going to be, because that will be definitely very interesting to see. And I don't know, like, he's there as a witness for Amber, but I'm seeing how this is going. And not all the people that they're necessarily calling is putting them in a good light. The cop that they had on, who was on today in the trial, she made a lot of things worse. And that was their witness. I'm like, but nothing beats you asking a question as a lawyer and then you objecting to your own question. Did anybody else see that? Did anybody else see that yet? I think it happened yesterday. Oh. Hey, Nancy Drew. Sorry, looking down. Hey, Molly. Good to see you. It's just, I knew that she wasn't dealing with a full deck. And when you had that woman who came up today and was talking, and was discussing basically, the treatments that they would go through and the therapy that they were going through as a couple, she tortured him on that island. She wouldn't give him his medication for when he needed to go through a detox. She's terrible. She's absolutely terrible. And then, yeah, the cop came in and she's like, wasn't her face all red? Yeah, from crying, not from injuries. Definitely not from a cell phone being thrown. Nope, it was from tears. Nope, there was nothing to mess. Nothing. And you could see when they took the pictures, that stuff was apparently sitting there for like 24 hours. There was pools of wine that they obviously cleaned up very quickly, or they took him in a different day or whatever. And when they called the cops, there was nothing there. There was nothing going on. And then what I just heard from that umbrella guy was the cops were already in her lobby when everything was going on. So they would have seen the commotion if something happened, and nothing happened. So all of this is going to come out in the next few days, definitely. But it's interesting to see. Because I wasn't sure, but but if this doesn't prove to a lot of people in this world, like all you got to do is follow the internet to know who Amber Heard is, okay? And then look what our news media is saying about her, okay? There are supposed to be reporters and journalists who do their homework, you know? It's kind of what they went to college for, was to do research and how to write it and how to write the facts and not opinions. But that's not our news today, which is so infuriating. So, you know, if you want the right news, you can't even watch the Long Crime Network with the beginning of this whole thing with them completely taking it from her side of view and what a horrible person Johnny was. I'm like, I can't listen to your commentary because you guys are trying to cloud everybody's judgment. I just want to hear the court case without anybody trying to put input in my ears. But I've been following this, so I kind of know what's been going on. But it's interesting to see the commentary on some of these news stations, including some of the like Inquirer places and stuff. Like even freaking, goddamn it, Billy Bush, he knows better than this, and he was freaking taking it from the side of Amber. Come on. I guess Billy was like, look, I've been blackballed once. I don't want to be blackballed again. That's a possibility as well. I watch the recaps when I have time. Otherwise, it can be boring as hell. I've fallen asleep. Like, I had to turn off when you have such wonderful people who are on the stand, like Isaac. Even Johnny was kind of hard to listen to, although there was a lot of humor behind, you know, what he wanted to say. It just took him a really long time to get everything out. And that was, I'm not going to say either, you know, basically probably being on drugs and being around loud music takes a toll on you when you get a little bit older. I'm probably sure because God knows I've constant ringing in my ear from being around speakers when I was younger. So there's that. There were so many psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists that have been involved in this whole thing. It's crazy. And like the woman who was up there, I know her first name was Shannon. She was a doctor, and I think it might have been Curry. It might have been Curry. It was Curry. Her name was Shannon. Dr. Shannon Curry was her name. And like I said, she was beautiful. She was unbelievably, stunningly beautiful. And then she's telling you she's been in practice. She's had her own practice for 15 years and been in what was it, for like 30, 35? You're like, how old are you? And literally, I tried to see if I could find her name just because I wanted to find her age, because if she's that well known of a doctor, then you probably know a lot about her since she's out in California. So I looked her up and can't find her age anywhere. But I'm like, damn it, she looks like she's 30, 31 years old. I was like, she looks damn good. But then whoever came on, it was in between her and the police officer. I think some person was there. But there were times I'm like, I need to take a break, because I'm like, it's very interesting to watch. And honest to God, I love watching Johnny laugh at Elaine, grasp at nothing to try to, like, for the muffins. I mean, come on. Like, she focused so much on those stupid muffins. So that's what, I mean, we got mega pints of muffins here. Okay. We're selling mega pints. We're selling muffins. This is crazy. Like, this story is crazy. And it pisses me off because my sister's a lawyer. She's like, she doesn't know the story. So when I go to talk to my sister or whomever about the story, or even before the story even came out, they thought it was just like a celebrity story and they didn't want to hear it. Like they were like, I don't care. Like, I have no one to bounce this off of, except for, people on YouTube who are watching this and this much into it as I am. I understand not as many people have as much time as I do right now. That will soon change once I get out of this place. Oh my God. But did you, oh my God, he would laugh because, especially talking with the doctor, and when she finally got an objection and she got it overruled, she went, oh, thank God. I'm like, did you just get all excited because you or something that he said was overruled or whatever, and she just got like such enjoyment out of that. That's why they constantly keep saying hearsay. That's what Rottenborn did. He asked her a question, and when she said, he goes, that's hearsay, objection. Like, you just objected to your question. What? How are you this bad of a lawyer representing someone who supposedly has money? I mean, you can't help but laugh at some of the shit, because you know what's sad is that this is a DV and she's made this into a circus. She has. If she would just come out and literally tell the truth, which she was never going to do, obviously I think she would rather die than give up her reputation. But her reputation is just like the turd that she left in the bed. Just saying. Like, who does that? I hate you. Here's the bed we sleep in, but I'm going to shit on your side. Who does that? It's insane to me that this is what we're talking about when it comes to Hollywood. But, you know, this story's been going on since 2016. So it's been a while that this story's been going on. And I get it. Like, his friend Isaac, he really was feeling Johnny's pain for him. And I think that's why he broke down. He's no actor. And yes, I believe Johnny is an actor, but I don't think he's acting. I know for a fact she's acting. But I'm sure, you know, he doesn't have to do much for everyone just to go, it's Johnny, you know? He doesn't have to do much. But it's just so funny. And then the turds. Do you got some turds? Oop, hold on, guys. Sorry. My nurse just came in. Yeah, when I have to do that's because I have to talk medical stuff, and that's when I got to put it on the mute. You know, can't be having my medical shit getting out there. Well, I'll tell you all my medical shit, so it really doesn't matter, does it? So yeah, but I'm not surprised that she has borderline personality disorder. Not at all. I mean, I figured there was going to be something that was going to come out. I mean, I posted up that recording, and that's only a part of that recording. I didn't even post up the whole recording, and I guess it did it like a couple days ago. I don't even know. I swear to God, living in this place, my head starts to rot, and I have no idea the time and place or what anything is or where I'm waking up. Oh, bye, Nancy. I wasn't leaving. Yeah, so I'll just be like, hold on 1 minute. And when I say hold on, it's just because somebody's coming in. I have to either give them my full name and stuff like that. So I got to keep that stuff private, you know? So, no, yeah, it infuriates me that this is what I've been focusing on. And I knew this was going to be coming. And I've been really freaking good, really good the past few months. And I thought I had my way out of these places. And it didn't happen that way. And yeah, apparently now I know what happened with my stomach, at least. Bye, Pink Lady Luck. Love you. I haven't seen you live in so long. I hope to see you live soon. I know. You know what? I've decided I'm not playing the games of YouTube and who there. Well, I never played those games really, but I'm going to people who I like. You know, when I like, hey, I might not even like it, but I might like what you're talking about. You know what I mean? And that's just what I'm going to do. And for me, I find drama, especially on here, like just as toxic as this Johnny Depp Amber Heard shit. It really is. It's just as toxic. That's why I'm bailing out of all of it and just kind of doing my thing. I have my friends that I have who I love and adore, who, you know, I have people who I visit, you know, in their chats all the time, like Pink and Marissa. But, you know, lately I've been watching videos about this, getting more caught up, more information. And that's kind of what I've been doing lately. And since this trial started, that's all I've been doing. Even with my kids being on spring break, I was still able to stream and go to the outlets and come home. But in the hospital, it's like I've been here like multiple nights, so it's been a while. Oh yeah, I came back. I'm sorry. I wasn't gone. My nurse came in, and I just can't. You know, I can't do the what do you call it? The healthcare stuff over the internet. Don't need everybody knowing all that stuff. But yeah, this, and I know there's like the stuff that people have been wanting and waiting for to see. Like that's all going to be coming up soon. Like, I don't know if I definitely think that Elon is going to be through Zoom, especially since he just purchased Twitter. Like, really, he just purchased Twitter. I wonder what he's going to do. I have no idea what he's going to do with it. Yeah, interesting stuff. But yeah, back to these two, Johnny and Amber. I mean, let's face it. You look at her, she is a very pretty person. But I'm sure if you were Johnny Depp and you see her the way you see her, I mean, I've seen her, and I haven't seen her in a manic freak out, but I've seen her give the eyes, the looks to people in interviews and stuff. I mean, if you look around, oh, she's horrible to everybody. And then see, it's not because I love Johnny, because guess what? There's never somebody who was like, Johnny Depp, oh, Johnny Depp, I love you. Is the man attractive? Yes. Right now? No. Looks like he's going through some hell. But just the amount of information I have found out about her, and, you know, the amount of stuff that he was providing for her friends, giving them like penthouses to stay in, other like houses to stay in. Hey, we're going to the Bahamas. Sure, it's me and all your friends. And she has like a group of them. And I think they all had this in the work, and they were planning this from day. I think they're all in on this. It only makes sense why her sister Whitney's backing her, and why. Well, see, Io Tillett was backing her, although I haven't seen Io Tillett there at all. But I did find out that Io Tillett had her attorneys, or his attorneys, I'm sorry, had his attorneys reach out to Donnie's attorneys. And that was like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. So yeah, I haven't seen Iotilla even in the courtroom. I know her girlfriend's been barred. She's not allowed back in. That's Eve Barlow. Yeah, I think it was, yeah, pure lust. Pure lust. Absolutely. That's the best way of putting it. And it's, I guess, when you find yourself in that phase when you're just like goo goo gaga over somebody, you have googly eyes and you're just feeling like a little kid again. Hey, Jonathan, how are you? We're just, having some MEGAPINTS and eating some muffins over here. Yep. So come on over and have a MEGAPINT of the perk. Yeah, I'm watching way too much of this shit. But I will say this. It is giving me something to put my mind at while being in this place. So it's not like the worst thing for me to have at this moment, because at least keeps my mind involved. But where was I? I don't know. I do this all the time, where I forget where I am. But yeah, I think the one thing that has really blown my mind, I mean, just blown me, is just how bad of lawyers they are. My mom always said something to me. The top doctor who wins the top of his class is called a doctor. The worst student in the whole class is called a doctor. Same goes with lawyer. And they were the bottom of the class. They had to be. Because I'm like, oh my God. And when you're constantly yelling out hearsay, and you got Johnny on the stand, and Johnny's like, he's saying something, and he's like, and I heard, oh, that's hearsay, right? He's funny. He's really funny. He's really, I've actually liked the man a whole lot more now than I did before. I will say that, considering I've seen everything. Not that I've seen, because let's tell you, him and I are buddy. The hell, no. What I mean is, I've watched him go through this, and God knows, most of us grown up watching Johnny Depp. 21 Jump Street. Oh my God, I can remember seeing him going, oh my God, he is gorgeous. And he was gorgeous. He still is good looking. He's still a good looking man. I just think this woman is beating him down so far. And let's face it, he's kissing 60. He's kissing 60. He's 58 right now, so he's kissing 60. And Johnny's not the type of guy who's going to go out and get plastic surgery for everybody else to be happy with what he looks like. He don't give a fuck about that stuff. It's kind of what I like about him. He made the movies with the, and he's such a good actor, but he's never wanted to be that pretty boy falling in girls, like, and he would, that's why, like, I think after, like, he did 21 Jump Street, right, it might have been during when he was doing it, when he did Edward Scissorhands. And that was such, like, I'm like, that's that really good looking guy, like, really? And that was like the beginning of Johnny Depp. And he's always been a very mysterious kind of character. Well, guess what? Mystery's over, people. The mystery is over. But if you guys, like, literally, if you were into this as much as I'm into this, and you're finding this as crazy as I'm finding this crazy, seriously, go subscribe to that umbrella guy, because Tug's got his shit, and I don't know where he gets it. I don't know how he has it, and he has it. A lot of these bigger creators get these things firsthand, and I guess they pay for it or whatever. I can only go by secondhand stuff. Sorry, I don't have the money to go firsthand. But he always has the good information. He breaks it down for you. Sometimes it can get long and tedious, and if it does, that's the great thing about YouTube. You can switch off for a while and go back. So, I mean, and if it wasn't for Tug and his channel and everything that he's done for this trial, as well as, you know what, this guy does not get enough praise for what he does. His name's E-Hacker. His name's John. I think he's great. He's always he comes out from you from Toka, Japan. He tells you every time the beginning of this stuff. I love him. He's really good. He has some good, like, he'll take more of the gossipy stuff sometimes. That's kind of why I like him a little bit. He has a little bit of the gossip but a little bit of the facts. And Tug's got all of the facts. He's got none of the gossip. So that's kind of why I like them both. And then I do believe, depending on how this case goes, because I'm definitely curious to see what happens with Marilyn Manson. Now, I'm not putting Marilyn Manson and Johnny Depp in the same category, although they're best friends. But in the past, you never heard bad things about him with female people. But with his past history, I mean, being the high priest of the Church of Satan, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he was into freaky deaky shit, because he's kind of a strange kooky character, but he was never known for being violent. Like, he was very good and very articulate with words. I forget, he was on, I think it was freaking Jerry Springer, and it was before anybody knew who he was, and he looked like Marilyn Manson. And you had people like asking him, calling him a freak on there. Mind you, it was Jerry Springer. But he talked so eloquently. Pink Lady Luck. He's a guy who normally covers comic books. But he's been covering court cases, and he dug in deep with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard. And it all came into fruition where a lot of these comics, people who love comics and Marvel and DC, are totally involved with this, because this also involves like the world of Harry Potter, as well as Marvel, and as well as Disney. So there's like, and I do know that the head of Warner has to, I don't know who exactly is going to be the person, but someone for Warner has to testify. That I do know. Yeah, you might be already. He's so good. And that's what I said. He's got the facts, you know. And sometimes it's good to a little bit have like the banter and the funny talk and this and that. But if you're looking for the facts, man, he's got it. He really has it. And he's got a lot of it. Popcorn Planet does cover it, but he hasn't been covering a lot lately. Well, actually, I'm lying. Yeah, he has, but he hasn't been going live with the actual trial. I've been watching it on her name is Nerdette's Newsstand. I really like her channel, and I like her. I think she's adorable. She's got like this little cute raspy voice and stuff. I think she's adorable, and I love her channel. And I actually like going over there and watching the trial, because there's just like quite a few of us, kind of like how it was on my channel when we were doing it. It was just very few of us who would come in and out, but it was good for us. And I like going into smaller, so you go into these places who've got like 5, 6 or 31K in there. There's no trying to see what anybody's saying, because everybody's saying something at the same time. So I like going to more little intimate parties instead of big gatherings. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to chats. So, but we shall see how this crazy trial will end up. All right. So we're going to be at day 10 tomorrow. And this will be done. And when this is done, week 3 will be over. How crazy is that? We're going to be going into week 4. And you know what the judge said at the beginning? She's like, you guys think 6 weeks sounds like a really long time. And it did. It sounded like 6 weeks of this. Wow. That's long. It's long, hard, dedicated. But, didn't expect to be thrown into this place. But can't do anything about that. So I can't get mad about it. But yeah, the guys, like that umbrella guy, like tugged, and she went hard after his channel. Not only did she go hard, but Eve Barlow went hard on him. And they got him removed. Now see how easy it was? He's putting out factual information that he took from a court document or whatever document that he had it from. He'll put and they do not like that. Don't put out the facts. Don't put out the facts. You put out the facts, you're going to make Amber look terrible. So we're going to take you down. They don't care who they take down in their process. And yes, and I understand that she might have been diagnosed with 2 borderline I'm sorry. She's a horrible human being. She's a horrible, horrible human being because her looks got her everywhere. And she's probably always been that queen bee, just like the bitch in Mean Girls was, probably want to run her down with the bus. Get it? I keep saying she's got a punchable face, man, especially with those fake cheekbones that she has in there. They are fake. I hope you all know that. They are not real cheekbones. She's actually had quite a bit of plastic surgery done to her face. And she really didn't need to. She was actually quite cute. But, she wanted to be the more sophisticated, glamorous person. So she had some stuff done. She looks beautiful. But you're a horrible human being. And it reeks through. It reeks through anything. And all that prettiness, I'm sorry, all that nastiness that's coming from you, it all comes out. It all comes out. So, but yeah, I think with that being said, it's 47, almost 48 minutes. Yeah, I put up this picture because I don't know who's in here anymore, but I put up this picture because I didn't take a picture of myself just full in my dress. So that's like the only picture, and I have my jacket on, so you can't even see me with the dress on. So I'm hugging one of my younger cousins, and it was her dad that got married, and they were all so happy. We cried tears of joy. Like, I haven't been that happy in so long, and just to see my whole family that happy was unbelievable. Like, it's been a while. And me and my sister were able to make it because I'm normally able to make stuff, but and my sister doesn't normally get to be able to do stuff, but she went out there and had a really good time, I'll tell you that. But we all did. That's why I put up that video. It was a really fun time that we really had. And I didn't want to put too much up there because I would like to keep my cousin stuff private. They don't want to put too much out there. Because God knows my sister's like, don't dare put me up there. I'm like, I won't put you up there. I'm like, if you haven't noticed, I'm the baby of the family and everybody tells me what to do. So I get pissy about it and I throw a fit. That's why I got the red hair. Had to get it some way. All right, everyone. Good night. Pink, thanks for hanging in. Good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while. Don't go anywhere. I can't wait. Hopefully you'll be live soon. Joy, I hope to see you tomorrow. If I can go live before court, I will. But it depends on what kind of sleep I get tonight. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you on day 10 of the trial. Bye.